Hi everyone, that's a wrap on season 3. So season 3 has consisted of 9 episodes and I've had a mixture of guests coming on. I had Nicole right back at the episode 1 back in March, sharing her experience with setting up her podcast, which is a private podcast, free to subscribe to, but a private one. We've had How to Make an Impact on LinkedIn with Elaine Walsh-McGrath, sharing her top 5 tips on how to make an impact on LinkedIn with your podcast. I've done a couple of solo episodes which have been answering your burning podcast questions. And thanks again to everyone who sent in the questions. I hope those episodes were helpful to you. I have shared Sharon Lucas' story, which was her experience in getting her podcast launched with me. She won my prize draw back in October last year. So I supported her with getting her first 6 episodes published and helped her get to the point where she was going to record her brilliant idea for a podcast all about networking and finding your tribe. If you've not listened to that, then check that out. We had Loretta Milan coming on, talking about her podcast of Origineurs, her passion about being original and that everybody has a voice and that what you have to say matters. Crafting a PR strategy for your podcast as a solopreneur with Simone Sauter. Lots of great information there on how to actually focus your efforts on, capitalizing on your podcast and getting in front of other audiences that will help you grow your business and increase that brand awareness. I had Hannah McCormick, my wonderful friend, client, collaborator, sharing her story about her podcast, which is 2.5 years in now and over 66 episodes. She's actually starting a mini-series this summer on the Solo CEO series, which is all about taking you from getting your business set up in the beginning and all the important milestones along the way. So check that out. I will leave a little link in the description below. And the last episode of season 3, which was how to make an impact with your podcast on Instagram with Jenny French. I absolutely love this episode. I don't use Instagram myself. I focus on LinkedIn because that is where I find the most of my ideal clients hang out. But Jenny makes things so easy to understand, and she has been the best collaborator on this episode. We were putting together a reel and a post and story sandwich, as she shares about in the episode, to make so we can make a bigger impact with the episode on Instagram. I hope you have enjoyed this series, and it's really important to me that in this podcast that I'm answering those questions and giving you information that you can arm yourself with and go out there and make your podcast for your business yourself. As always, if you feel like you need a little bit more support, I'm always here. I have my free podcast playbook resource, which helps you get clear on your podcast idea. I'm also writing a blog series to go with this, which is coming out on LinkedIn. But if you'd like to see that, then you can download that for free and view it on my website. So I will leave a link in the description. I also offer podcast strategy sessions, which are a 90-minute session with me, and we record it so you don't have to make any frantic notes, and then I transcribe it for you. And in this session, we can go through anything. If it's perhaps the tech that's challenging you to get started, we can go through the different options that there are, different hosting platforms to help you on your way, get your plan in place, help with your marketing. Any of those things, I've really found that the people that I've been having these sessions with have really found them useful. And then also what I'll do is at the end, after the session is finished, I will send you a little bit of a roadmap so that you will know where you are, what we've talked about, and the next steps that you can take. So if you're interested in something like that, again, I've popped the link in the little description so you can check me out there. As always, I really appreciate everybody listening to this podcast. And as I've said before, I really hope that it's helped you. If it has helped you and you've enjoyed the episodes, I would absolutely love for you to leave me a short review or leave me a comment in Spotify, which I absolutely love this new feature in the Spotify app, leaving a comment on the episode. So I would really appreciate it if you could do that for me. So what's happening for season 4? So I'm going to be taking a little break over the summer. It's June now, and as we all know, summer holidays are quickly coming upon us. And this is the time that I like to take a little break from recording and also to plan for season 4. So I'm hoping, and my plan is to be back in September when the schools go back and we all kind of ramp up for the last quarter of the year. So I am looking at getting some new guests for you to share their experiences with podcasting for their business and bring in some new experts as well. So if there is anything you'd really like to see in season 4, or if you have your own podcast and you'd like to be featured in the show because you have your podcast for your business, then I would love to hear from you. Pop me an email or come over to LinkedIn and find me there. I'm always happy to chat. So thanks again for listening, and I'll see you all in September.